Okay, in this video I'd like to show you how to create a mesh from the scratch with SMS. When you open the SMS for the first time, you'll probably see a screen like this. And the first thing you need to do is to add a base map right there. And you can choose the latitude and longitude, and let's say we're gonna load this map on the SMS. It will ask you about the projection province. Just say OK and click OK. Yeah, you don't want to use the UTM zone 15, which is we give the X and Y in meters of in terms of unit. You can choose something, for example, in longitude and latitude unit, because we're gonna save you a little troubles down below. So let's first start with GCS WGS 1984. And we'll ask you about which map you want to add. For example, Google Map. Google Map is the easier one because, but later on you want to use the satellite image, which is more accurate in terms of capturing the shorelines. But let's start with Google Map first. Here you go. And after that, you'll see on the bottom, um, on the bottom left corner of the screen, it shows the location of the pointer. Now we click the map, just like what we did for a sample mesh in the previous video. We want to change the type to mesh generator. Then we can start to add in some arcs to a basic element for the mesh. We can add an arc for the deep ocean. Keep in mind that when you zoom in and zoom out, the Google map, we're gonna reload all the maps, so it takes a while. For example, we want to set up the ocean boundary here. We also want to have another arc on the eastern side of the map. And clearly these two lines are not really vertically aligned, so we can move the node, the big black dots. And then you want to add multiple lines along the coast. And this is just an example, so I didn't follow the shoreline very carefully. Later on, you can adjust and make your mesh in a better quality. There you go. And we want to do something about adjusting the space in the vertex, between vertex. So what you need to do is to first turn on the vertex, because it will not show up any vertex if you then turn this display. Click OK. Then you see we create multiple arcs with for for the arc along the shoreline, we have multiple vertex there. And now we can do something about these arcs. For example, we want to make the resolution in the open boundary about, say, 10 kilometers resolution. So how we can do that? we select the arc and redistribute, right click and redistribute vertex. And we can set the specific space. So 10 kilometers is equals to zero point 0.1, nearly equals to 0.1 degree in terms of longitude latitude. So I want to put 0.1 there. Keep in mind this is in as a unit of longitude latitude, so it's not no longer meters. So you want to put something every time you need to convert longitude latitude to meters or kilometers. For information, 1 degree of longitude or latitude in the equator is equals to 100 kilometers. So when we type 0.1 here, it means 10 kilometers. Here we go, and we have ocean boundary nodes with a 10-kilometer resolution. And we want to do the same thing for another boundary. So put in 0.1, click OK. Also, what happened? 0.1. And along the shoreline, we usually use a relatively smaller resolution. Usually, we want to put 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers. In this case, we want to put 5 kilometers because, but for the specific region you are really interested in, for example, near the Gulf of Bay, you want to put a larger, a smaller resolution. So 5 kilometer would be maybe, yeah, 5 kilometers would be fine. Put no 5, and it is. And this is a polygon just created. And if you want to resolve some specific area, for example, near the Gulf Bay, one thing you can do is, for example, to make arc for this specific region. So we can select the vertex and right click and make it to nodes. And right click here as well, make it to nodes. So see, we just create another arc within the big arc. And I usually, what I usually do is to remove this arc because it doesn't resolve the shoreline at all. Then it's open. You can move this arc nodes a little bit. And you want to do the same thing for the other end. Okay, now we have an open arc, and we want to fill in this arc with a better resolution. So for times manner, we don't want to show you every detail when we resolve channel. We're resolving all the imagery or geometries, but normally you want to really clearly click all these small features around the shoreline. So, but I just don't have time to do that for this video. But let me keep it to show you how to do that maybe later on. So you just keep clicking, which is a lot of fun. I usually spend a couple hours just clicking the shoreline because your brain doesn't really need to work at all. Just click, 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 click. Okay. Yeah, I know it's not perfect, but let's make some adjustment about in this arc. When I connect these two, now it's an enclosed polygon. So in this arc, I would like to make the resolution a little bit higher. So say a kilometer, 0.01. So a bit 1 kilometers, which is okay for most of the day. And later on, you want to adjust to make some um, detailed adjustment about on the grid. So for example, like this, and you want to do it for all the coastline along this bay, in this bay. Okay. Now we can build a polygon. Keep in mind that after this, we're not haven't built up the polygon yet because this polygon selection is not available. And what we need to do is build polygon, and now you can select, right? And if you double click, it will show up a window like this. And here you can see what is the mesh looks like for this for your polygon. This is the mesh you will have with this setup. Okay, and you may be wondering how do I exclude when you generate mesh, you're gonna have a mesh over these islands as well, and we don't want the mesh over the islands. And what you can do is build another polygon by creating uh, an arc, enclosed arc, for example, like this. Okay, when you um, if you want to enclose an arc, just at the very end or the very beginning of the node, just double click, and here you go. And you want to do something similar. Want to redistribute the space to 0.01, which is 1 kilometers. And you want to build the polygon again. And now you can select the polygon, but the entire polygon, but you can select this polygon. Again, whenever you create a new polygon, you need to build the polygon first. And then you can click this one. And what we need to do is to double click and make a mesh type to none. None means there's gonna be no mesh on this polygon. And click OK. And now you can do other islands as well. So let's work on another island, the Pelican Island, which where we are. Okay, and we want to make it to resolution of 0.01. And again, build the polygons, select polygons, and make it to none. Okay, and now you can map to 2D mesh. And one thing you want to make sure is if you selecting your polygons and then use map to 2D mesh, you're gonna only generate mesh for this selected polygon. So usually what I do is just click something outside the polygon and deselect any polygon. So you will just make mesh for all the polygons. And then you click map to 2D mesh. Click OK. And here you go. And you generate a new mesh just on the top. And you see we exclude the islands. There's two islands. There are more small islands you want to exclude when you generate mesh. But yeah, that's it. It's a very first step that for your maybe your projects. And then later on, we're gonna resolve some. We're gonna have more coverage on how to resolve in small islands, how to add ship channels. But yeah, that's it. Again, it's fun.